Hello, hi everybody. I'm looking at the wrong camera. So hello, hi there. It's slightly different setup to what I'm used to, so do bear with me today as I try to use my system in a slightly different way. But hey, hi, hello there. If you're watching live on YouTube, say hi, say hello. If you're watching there in Facebook land, also say hey, hi, and hello. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Bella. I'm Bella the Secret Psychic. And today we're doing a live talk that I'm streaming from both YouTube and Facebook on the subject of psychic protection. So if you like this video, if you're watching it on repeat, do still comment afterwards. I do love to hear from everybody. Say why you found it interesting or not interesting. I do love to hear from you either way. But if you are watching live, then do participate. We're talking about psychic protection, so I think to start off, I kind of want people to think about things like this. I would like people to think about situations, circumstances, issues, people who affect your energy and affects your energy in what I call a negative way. So just think about that and comment. Tell me the different types of situations, circumstances, people, issues that personally to you make you go low, zap your energy, feel funky, feel blah, as one of my clients would say, or just feel rotten, or just feel zapped, that kind of, I don't know what to do. Or perhaps you are a sensitive person, perhaps you are a light worker, perhaps you're an empath and you don't know it, particularly if you suffer anxiety. But sometimes when you pick up on stuff, you're just like, is that me? Is that me? Is it me that's feeling that? Or is that something or somebody else? Think about that. Do comment, say hi, say hello, say where you're from. Let's get started. Before that though, I just want to see if I can see everybody in Facebook land, because my everything today must be something in the energy. It's going slow, so slow. My phone's slow, computer's slow, everything's slow. I can't even see any of your comments yet because it's spinning. I'm sure it'll get there in the end. Hey, there it is, there it is, there it is. Ah, loads of you talking. So hi, hello Terry, hi Tammy, hi Gaynor, hi Dawn, hi Terry. Hey everybody. So, and also let me just quickly flip to YouTube. Hi Tammy Bambi, and hi Jay Harlove from Florida. Nice to see you here. And like I said, think about those things that I was talking about when it comes to, you know, what and who or what circumstances zap your issues, because this is what we're going to be covering in how you can go from a to a kind of place where most of us should be, which is about really attuning your frequency so that you are able to protect yourself from things, environments, and other people, basically. Hi, hello there, Dawn, and hi, Philip, as well. Nice to see you all here live. I'm really pleased. I do appreciate it as well. And I also do appreciate everybody who also watches this on repeat. And if you like it, share it as well. Greatly appreciated. So we're going to move on. So the topic we're going to talk about is psychic protection. And just to be clear, it's not about having to protect yourself from what I call harm or feelings of unsafe. This is about energy and how energies around us zap us in different ways. And I've got other videos that cover other subjects that talk about many different things. And I'm going to be touching on some of those things here, but do watch my other videos because some of those I should say, will make a lot of sense as to when I talk about energy and frequencies and things like that. So, Terry says, every time my son goes to the mall, he is drained. He's an empath. You know what? So many people, and I think we're in a generation now where loads of people are starting to become much more spiritually aware in more than just the traditional sense. And And that intuition, or that what we pick up when we're in different situations that makes us have gloomy days, it's a human part of the characteristic. It's not a person on this planet that doesn't say, I'm not affected by X, Y, and Z. This is about how you can change that up, how you can sort of protect yourself. And why is it called psychic protection? Because that's the common term for it. Because those people like me who work in this field, who work with energy, because that's what it's about, understand what's happening basically, and that's why it's been given the term psychic protection. Now, some people believe that you're being sort of bombarded or attacked, you know, from other forces or other people that you need to, you know, protect yourself from. No, and I'll explain why. For those of you who know and see any of my videos on the law of attraction and manifesting, know that our thoughts create our perspective, our existence, our world, because we are creators. And if you think that way, if you think that you're being attacked by unknown foreseen forces, or witchcraft or voodoo, or whatever you want to label things as, if you believe that, then in a world, from your perspective, you will be inviting those kind of energies, or the thoughts of other people, if they're sending negative thoughts your way, if that makes sense. You will be absorbing that. But there is a way, I guess, to reframe your thoughts, because again, if you believe something to be true, then it will be, more or less. And I'm not talking, you know, fairies and things like that, but I'm just saying here, in your existence, if you believe that you are under attack in that kind of way, in the traditional sense that most people think about when they think about psychic protection, this is a different type of video, basically. This is about how you can stop yourself. And who's this video for? It's for everybody. It's not a person on this planet that isn't affected by somebody else or somebody else's environment, or they are a light worker or an empath, or developing that way, or becoming more enlightened, that then start to see how their thoughts and how they let the thoughts or the energy of other people affect them. We've all been in situations where we've been at work, and for whatever reason there's office politics going on, and the mood and the morale of the environment is low. And it affects everybody. But you might get that one person who just sees it differently. It's not affecting them at all. Why? Because whether they realise it or not, they've mastered the law of attraction, and they've mastered the law of psychic protection as well. Because they're not allowing what is happening in that work environment and the energies of other people, good or bad, or the thoughts of other people, good or bad, to affect their day. For those of you who saw my Borg theory video on how we are a hive collective, we are creators in our own individual sense, but also we collectively can manifest things, including bad or miserable energy, basically, as well. So this is what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the steps you can take to protect yourself psychically from the negative energy, because psychic protection basically should be relabeled protection from negative thought forms, basically. Protection from negative thought forms. That's what psychic protection is. It's about it's about recharging you, but also taking your vibration and taking your frequency from down here to up here. Now, if you have found yourself pretty much living in a mid to low energy, then this will really help you, hopefully at a really cognitive level, to try to take some steps yourself to help raise your vibration. Because when you raise your vibration and you feel really good, then you draw abundance to you, and more good things will happen to you as you have your vibration. This live feed also is really, really good for people who do work like I do, or are learning or trying to learn like I do, in terms of working in a holistic way. This live feed will be if you are not even a psychic or an empath or anything like that, but you work in the service of others. So you work as a teacher, you work as a in a health profession, you work in a youth centre, you work in a call line serving people, anything that where you are in particular engaging with the energies of other people, then this feed is for you. Particularly if you find that you, at the end of the day, or maybe you're in the middle of the day, suddenly feeling there. And this particularly would also be good for those people who are in soulmate connections or twin flame connections, where actually your connection with that person is so bonded that you can actually feel them, which can make you feel discombobulated, as one of my clients would say, to make you feel all over the place because you're not sure what's mine and what's theirs. This is what this dream's about, so I hope you get it. I hope I've set the scene well. Okay. Dawn says, I feel like it's scary stuff, but I do feel the negative energy from some folks in crowded places, sometimes work, family, shopping. Perfect classic example of when basically we all in our daily lives will pick up. And, you know, it's hard to do. And for those who've seen my other videos, we live in a world where most people believe that we're in a world of lack. And therefore that word lack pretty much makes you think that 9 times out of 10 or 5 times out of 10 it's always going to be a struggle to do things. But once you can raise your vibration, you don't view the world then as a world of lack. You view it as a world of abundance, and what more can I attract towards me? And this is what psychic protection is all about. It's super, super exciting, basically. So, Stacey, hi Stacey, to see you there on YouTube. I hope you're well all the way there in Canada. So, things for me, and again, do write down your lists as well. So, you need to kind of think of yourself as like a swimming pool, I would say. Imagine you're a swimming pool, and swimming pools need to be filtered, they need to be chloroformed, they need to be cleaned. You know, if you've got an outside pool, it needs to, all the leaves need to be taken off. You need to see yourself a bit like that, like a pool. If you don't filter, and if you don't clean, and if you don't take the leaves off, what do you think will happen to you? It becomes really boggy and swampy and horrible. And so what you do for yourself, and I'm going to talk about techniques later, is you need to learn in your human aspect how to filter, clean, take the leaves off your pool, basically, if that makes sense. Places, like I said, can be workplaces, can be family, can be friends, can be our children, can be our parents, and it can be mostly, greatly as well, connections that we have of a romantic nature as well. We also, and we all know somebody, and we don't like to say because it's not necessarily the politest phrase in the world, but it's a phrase again that most people know. Most of us know, one way or another, what I call an emotional vampire, or some people call it a psychic vampire, but basically it is an emotional vampire, somebody who drains our light. And it may not even mean to drain our light, but they do drain our light because their thought form, their negative thought forms, are in a lower vibration. And they may go to you because you have extra light, you are sensitive, you are an empath, you are in service of other people, so you just have that energy in you. You have what I call more light than other people. And so they come and they drain it from you. And they didn't mean to, and you don't mind giving it to you, but you don't then recognise later on when you're like, oh, I just don't feel good, that unfortunately it's come from them. And sometimes you do know that it's come from them, but sometimes you don't. Again, we're going to talk about the techniques that you can do when you are feeling that way, and we've all felt that way one way or another. In my line of work, because I read energies and I work with my spirit guides, and I speak to lots of different people about lots of different subjects, sometimes really fun things and sometimes some really sad things, but I'm still taking their energy. So if you're a nurse and you're healing people, and you're a doctor, you're seeing people every day, you're still listening, absorbing their energy. I could go on. How do you solve it, basically? how do we solve it? Well, here's a slideshow. I say slideshow. Here's a slide. So there, I've written down, I think, top 5 things that help you to change your frequency, to change your vibration, to change your negative thought forms. So the first clue is to change how you're framing things in your mind, to think about things. But how do you do that if you're feeling meh? Because when you're feeling meh, you're like, oh, I can't be bothered. Well, here are some of the ways to try to lift your thought form and your vibration so that you are working in a better way. Oh, by the way, if you hadn't noticed, maybe you haven't, I'm not completely on my own in this live feed. Hold on. Can you see the cat? I couldn't get rid of him. He's sleeping and I didn't want to bother him. But anyway, I'm procrastinating. So the first thing, the most common thing that I think most people who work in the way that I do, who recognize energy and how it affects us, to lift your vibration, people say smudging. So what is smudging? I'm going to show you. Smudging is this. It's this. It's a little stick or a big stick of white sage that you can burn. Get yourself one of these. When you get yourself one of these lovely smudge sticks, if you've never done it before, this is how you should do it. So you burn it, get a bigger one if you've got a big house, and start from the lower level. So whatever is your lowest level, so that could just be the ground floor, it could be the basement. You start from the lowest level. All right, from the lowest level, you need to start from the corners and work your way out of the room. Go behind doors, go behind curtains, go inside cupboards. Cleanse. The white sage cleanses the actual energy that has filtered probably out of you or maybe settled in your house. Because like I said, the energy is from all things as well. So it's not just people, because this work surface is full of energy. My clothes are full of energy. This computer is full of energy. Crystals, everything is full of energy. So the sage cleanses all of that. And then you work for your house all the way up till you get to the top. Open your windows afterwards, because it's very good for cleansing the energy of all things in your house, but it does stink a little bit. And actually some people may think that it smells like something else, and it's not. So do open those windows. But opening those windows actually releases that energy of all things in your house, all the people that have been in your house, anything that's laid and settled on your items. Because if you think, I bought this computer, but before I bought this computer, it was handled by how many different people? All their energy would be on that. This is why I also say to people about when they go and get a psychic reading about psychic interference, because if you're frequently going to many different psychics to have a reading, then their energy will settle on you, and then sometimes you can get what I call again a discombobulated reading, because actually there's too much of people on you who work in that field. And this is where smudge will also help if you are choosing to try different people out, but too frequently. So just bear that in mind as well. So smudging is the first thing that you can do. You can buy them, a small one for $1, a couple of dollars, or a big one for about $10 if you've got a very, very big house. So you can do that straight away. If you work as a healer or a nurse or a light worker or in service, then if you can get away with it, do it in your work area as well, because wherever you sit the most as well, especially if you're at work, we spend about 70% of our work, or the week at work. So wherever it is that you are mostly in, particularly if it is a work environment where it is a bit like that, then if you can get away with it, then do your smudging there as well. So number 2, thought forms is about, again, what we think. So in order to change the dialogue that's going in your head that's leaving you in a lower energy, basically, you need to learn how to visualize. I said the next 3 things I'm going to talk about is all about visualization sort of techniques. So the bubble one, so simple and easy to remember. everyone, one point or another, must have seen The Wizard of Oz. If you have seen The Wizard of Oz, then this is easy, because we all know Glenda the White Witch. And Glenda the White Witch, she floats down. What does she float down in? She floats down in a bubble. You just need to imagine that same beautiful, clear, transparent, slightly bit of rainbow in it, clear, translucent bubble. Visualize, imagine you are Glenda, basically. Imagine yourself in that bubble. What you're doing is protecting yourself so that nothing comes in. Nobody's energy, not the environment's energy, not the situation, not the person. Particularly if you are very empathic and you pick up quite a lot, and you'll know you will because you'll probably suffer with high anxiety and feel very displaced sometimes. Then that visualization, and you really want to, if you really want to take yourself at that thought form, these things you do need to do frequently. Like, see it as a gift to yourself. Just as you have to brush your teeth every day and you have to have a bath, treat this as the same thing. That you do this 2-minute visualization, beginning of your day, to protect yourself from the negative energies of other people. You will lift your vibration. The more you do it, you'll just be sitting in that higher place. And for those of you who work with me, you'll know I'm annoyingly positive, and that's why. Okay. So the next one is, hi, we've got some more people. We got Steve called. Absolutely true. Vampires do exist and he never will leave the room. Well, that bubble might do it, or the smudge definitely will, because the smudge smells. So if you don't get them one way, you'll get them another. And Jay Ha says, I feel much lighter. Oh gosh, I can't see the rest of what you've written. Hold on. When I smudge, yeah, it definitely, for those of you who smudge on a regular basis, you'll know what I mean. As soon as you do it, even though it doesn't smell so great, you feel good. So try it for a couple of dollars. It's got to be worth it, eh? And Ramel Nicholson says, interesting, thank you. So next one we've got is white light. So this is the most traditional that I think most people think about, and you can do it pretty much in the same way as a bubble, where you imagine that you are engulfed in a white light. Why a white light? Because it is the light from source. It's the light that if you were to shine on it, it would show all the colors of the rainbow. Every color scientifically has a frequency, and so again, the frequency of white is about lifting your vibration. But also, if you have a faith of any kind, you can imagine your ascending master, so your Buddha, your Jesus, your God, your Allah, whatever it is you are affiliated to, you can imagine that hand of that ascending master shining from the sky, a white light. And if you visualize that, but visualize that you are standing in that light, that light is going over you, going in you, and coming out of you. Again, it's about visualization. By visualizing that, you again change your vibration from, and even when I'm speaking about it now, I feel, so I might get super excited because I'm feeling really good just even talking about it. So hopefully just by you listening to this, that you're feeling this good too. It's about lifting you from to up there. Who needs alcohol when you've got white light? Right, the mirror one, I would say, and mirrors in general, so mirror jewelry, mirrors in your house, are very good because they reflect things back to people. Now, the mirror technique, I would say, is super useful if in particular you have what Steve said about emotional vampires or psychic vampires in particular, or one person that maybe you're going to a meeting and you're thinking, oh God, it's going to be really difficult and I feel like I'm going to be under attack because I'm being assessed, or whatever it is. This is a really good technique to, let's say, bounce back the thought forms of other people that you probably already know is probably likely to be negative, and bounce it back to them. So this is useful on bullies, abusers, just not nice energy people, basically. What you should do is, again, imagine full length mirrors all around your body. Again, visualization. And then But these mirrors must be facing outwards. They mustn't be facing inwards. They must be facing outwards. So you visualize full length outwards. Because guess what will happen? As those mirrors protect you, but as anybody in particular wants to send negative energy your way or hate their way in their thoughts, or is intending to perhaps say something to you that's quite harsh, they probably won't, because you visualize that, because you have sent, basically you're going to reflect it back to them. So if they think, it just will bounce back. The same like the bubble, but it bounces back to them. They will own their own stuff. And the only reason I would say, if you want to have a moment in your life where you want to have reflection on things, then you would turn those mirrors inward so that you could have that time to own your own stuff and to live with it and absorb it and try to work it out. So it's not about sending harm to anybody. It's about turning the mirrors around so that actually they own their stuff and they don't project onto you, so that you're not absorbing it, so that you're staying in a higher place. So I hope that makes sense. Dawn says, I never thought of the mirror. Awesome. Send it back. Yeah, send it back. Send it back. Let people take ownership. It doesn't mean that we can't also take ownership of our own stuff, because sometimes that's a way of grounding or ascending to a higher vibration. But particularly if we're around people where they just can't see how they're being, or they are not very good in that moment, send it back with them with love so that they can grow and learn. That's what I'd say. So then we have, so those are the visualizations. So visualization techniques, very, very helpful in terms of protecting yourself. And again, frequently, you should try to make this, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from or who you are, make this a daily routine. Pick one, or mix it up. Do something different a day. Smudge on a Monday and do mirrors on a Friday. Try to build this in as something that you do. Just like brushing your teeth. Doing it frequently will change your world. You'll be annoyingly positive like me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it works for me. But anyway, other things that you can do, essential oils, but the essential oils that I would recommend is flowery essence ones, but really anything that's personal to you that makes you feel good. Again, it's about making you feel good, even by the smell. And again, sea salts or Himalayan salts, bath in it, put some on your windowsill. Again, sort of take away the energy from your house, open your windows, but bathing with it to cleanse you away from the day's energy will also lift and change your vibration in a very simple way. And probably only one other thing that I'd probably add, because it is about thought forms and how we think. So when we believe things in a very negative way, or we repetitively give ourselves some messages, sometimes what you need to do is actually cognitively retrain your brain into looking for good stuff. So that's why I have my gratitude movement on my Facebook page. But also, sometimes you just need to sit down with a piece of pen and paper and just list all the things that make you feel up here even. So for me, that would be long baths. For me, that would be walks with my dogs. For me, that would be watching my favourite movies. For me, it would be listening to certain music. For me, it would be, so many different things. List as many different things. For me, talking to you guys makes me feel really good. So list those things. Make the list as long as you want. And when you feel meh, go back to that list and pick one or two to do straight away. Because by doing that and recognizing those personal things to you that make you lift yourself out of that energy that you've absorbed from other people, will help. And if you do work as a light worker, healer, tarot worker, psychic, nurse, teacher, then again frequently would be helpful. So I hope I ran that home. So Gaynor says, thanks for this, you're very welcome. Karen says, baths, music, time with my friends are the best. They are the best. Baths are the best. I'm definitely love a bath. As well. So do all those things. They are super liberating basically, and will stop what I call psychic attacks. It will stop emotional vampires. It will just stop you in a world where actually most people do not know, are not awakened, and don't understand how their thought forms and the energies of other people keep them down. And in a world of lack, you're the lucky ones, because you get to understand now that actually you can change that, change your frequency, change your vibration, so that actually what you're doing is you're drawing abundance and all good things to you without struggle, without guilt, and with love and light as well. Does get readings of mediums ruin your energy? That's a really good question. I did touch on it a little bit earlier. No. But if you're getting too many, then you may have something which is what I call psychic interference. But really what that means is you're having too much energy from those people really settle on you. So you've got to imagine yourself like, walking. Every time you see a medium or a psychic, a bit of their glitter is sticking on you. And if you're speaking to 20 and you're doing it really frequently, then you're covered in glitter. And even though that might feel very nice, by the time you get to the 10th or the 15th one, they may only pick up on, that glitter is part of that other person. So they may not get it. So it doesn't ruin your energy. I think for the medium, because you won't be probably the only person they've talked to, they would have to definitely 100% be doing techniques to cleanse their energy every day. So when I speak to everybody that I speak to every day, either beforehand or afterwards, I do my own personal routine to make sure that I can function for the rest of the day, and be a good wife and mother and dog owner and cat owner. So that's how I hope I've answered that for you, Karen. But no, I think just pace yourself, or just I think sometimes if it's too much, it's not healthy either way, even from a psychological perspective. Anyway, I just got to check before I sign off, because I'm about to go. We've got Kirsty McDonald. Hi, would taking a certain person's help for me when I speak to a friend feel good? I don't know if I read that right, Kirsty. Would taking a certain person's help feel good? If it feels, basically, I'm not sure if I'm understanding your question, Kirsty, but basically, if it feels okay and it feels good, then you won't need to protect yourself from other people that are giving you good vibration. In fact, that's probably another thing to be on the list, is to be around people who also lift your vibration. And we all know somebody like that who lifts us. So for me, another thing that would be on my list is watching comedy programs, because that would automatically change my frequency. So, but sometimes too many, like for me, I can't go to concerts necessarily, because that's way too many people's energies. And it's not because I don't like them, it's because where I am super sensitive and I'm empathic and I read energy, being in that large group of people, I don't think I would have a bubble big enough to block it all out. But that's just me. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining and commenting, and I hope that kind of made sense. And those tips were super simple, super easy, and most things are easy to pick up and learn. But it just takes the time and practice, and also self-awareness to recognize when you are picking up or carrying the energies of others for your day or your week or in your life, or the environments as well. So again, I do hope that's helped you today. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you're watching on YouTube, do like, subscribe, share, or join me on my Facebook page. The link's just below. And if you're on my Facebook community, oh yes, do check out, because I've got my new I've just launched my new Learn Tarot and Psychic Ability course. So if you do want to learn more about that, then do visit my website as well and sign up for my 5 free-day challenge, which starts on the 20th of March as well. So anyway, I'm going to go. Have a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thanks again for joining me live, and if you're watching on repeat, thanks so very much for watching it as well. You have an awesome, awesome day. Take care. Bye.